This is a book I wrote. Michael Mick Hale. It's got a T-Rex on the front with very small arms. And it's breathing fire and lasers out of its eyes or something. By Mike L. Dino Rex writer. What does that say there? Club GPAP. That might be where I got this little book. It might be who's made it there. It says Finland apparently. But I used to have lots of little books like this when I was young. And I wanted to be a writer. So you see again, Michael L. Still learning a bit the spelling. I think there's a K in there maybe that I've had to correct. I had some kind of stamp that I put around and drawn a little picture saying hi. 6-year-old. So this is from quite a while ago. When I was that age, I wrote lots of little stories. Looking at this now, I wonder whether H is my first pun, perhaps. Michael L. H, 6-year-old. My H is 6-year-old. Something might be written there, I'm not sure what that is. This is a book of stories, and this is the first one. It's got some pictures here, and you can tell right away there's two different art styles going on, two different pens at work. Michael and Steve find the treasure. Michael and Steve here in the boat. A little island here, you can tell someone else has drawn that island. Someone who's probably better with a pen at this point. Backwards S, but not here. And that looks like it might be a map there. Let's see how this story develops. I can see bad pirates. A pirate ship with a skull and crossbones in it. Who are the bad pirates? Are they Michael and Steve? Or is it Michael and Steve who are seeing the bad pirates? They seem to have a treasure chest up here. Oh, here is the cross on a little island there. It's got what might be some palm trees maybe and some hills on this little map. They found the treasure. They found the X and they found the treasure. Now this, I think, might be hooray. The Y might be upside down perhaps there. It's either hooray or Hunan. The end. The next story. The beginning of the soldiers' hunt for the treasure. So this one's got soldiers there in their fort. Two of them again. That might be the Union Jack. Maybe. There's soldiers hunting for the treasure. The beginning of the soldiers' hunt for the treasure. So there's two soldiers, me and Dad. We are going to find the treasure. We're the soldiers in this one. Get on the boat. Oh, he needs to get on the boat because he's fallen in the sea with fish and, oh dear. Now you can see someone's drawn the original boat, and perhaps someone else has added a ladder so that this soldier can climb back in. This soldier up here is trying to help, and this, I believe this was my attempt at the age of 6 to add a life raft. Because of course boats need life rafts, and they must hang from the front. A slightly better Union Jack there. Get on the boat. Here again we have a slightly harder to decipher phrase. Oh well, or oh help. Hang on. Oh well, seems a bit more resigned to their fate. Oh well, the boat's sunk. Oh help, the boat's sunk. Get in that little life raft and get what looks like, I think that's Dad, out of the water. Hang on, he's gonna come and help you. Ambiguous. We have increased danger, the ship sinking even more perhaps, and that shark from earlier has made a return like Chekhov's gun. A shark came. The man didn't know. Man didn't know that there's a shark there. And then of course the next page, they saw the island, they found the treasure. So even though they were reduced to their little boat, they found the treasure. The end. There they are with the treasure. I think a top-down perspective perhaps. Those are their hats. A goblet and some coins in there. So, although there was a shark, the man didn't know, so he was in no distress, I guess. And he didn't need to worry because they found the island and the shark didn't get them. Sharks often don't go for people. It's rare that they do that, I guess. I must have known this at 6 years old. Maybe. Here's the next story here. The treasure hunt. Now this is a mega ship. It's got cannons on it. It's got life rafts, lifeboats. The treasure hunt. They travelled for days. Here they are travelling on their big ship. Now this here, it could be a stopwatch. It's signifying the time they've spent. Or maybe it's a compass. I think that might be the number 12 there though. So it's perhaps a watch. One of them saw the island. They it is. There's an island with palm trees again, an X to mark the spot, and an arrow pointing at the X at the bottom of this palm tree here. And here it looks less like a stopwatch and more like a compass. Perhaps it's a multi-purpose tool. They saw the island. They dug and they dug. They found the treasure. The end. There's a pattern with these stories so far. They set sail. There's some sort of difficulty perhaps, and then they find the treasure. Michael and Steve find the treasure. So we have names again. Michael and Steve. I think Michael, Steve in this picture, in a small rowing boat, leaving an island with starfish and oddities. Off we go, says Steve. They saw a baddie ship. The baddie ship fired a cannonball. It missed. There's the cannonball there. That's lucky, because they're only in the small boat. But they found the treasure. They dug and dug. They found the treasure. The end. Here's their little boat. They found another bit of treasure with an X. Despite only being in the small little boat and coming up against baddies. When you're young, it's always baddies or bad guys or pirates in the first story. Here you can see another story begun and ended. Treasure. The man went to find the treasure. That's what this story starts like and then does not continue. I'm not sure if this is part of the drawing that was related to this or some other sketch. I do think it's interesting that obviously overanalyzing this incredibly, but the man went to find the treasure. The man, singular, alone. Whereas in all these other stories, they found the treasure. Michael and Steve find the treasure. They dug. They traveled. It's them, the two of them, Michael and Steve, the two soldiers perhaps, me and Dad. There it is, me and Dad. And then back to the first one. Michael and Steve find the treasure. It needed to be two of them. Finding the treasure alone is never worth it. I guess, is maybe what 6-year-old me knew when I decided not to continue that final story in this book. Find the treasure being the theme. I hope you enjoyed those stories. Whoever it is watching this, that maybe it was enjoyable, funny, relaxing, hopefully, and just a nice little pleasant trip down a childhood writer or something silly like that. All right, that's the end of that book. So that's the end of the video.